Good afternoon. Welcome to Cut the Cord, a presentation brought to you by Patchogue-Medford Library. Today we're going to be briefly discussing different options you can use instead of paying for cable TV. There's tons of different streaming TV options that are out there that are well worth your money and offer unique benefits. Before you get started, there's a lot you need to consider. What are you trying to do with streaming? The biggest reasons for you to choose any streaming device or service really comes down to price or features. Most customers choose based on specific shows or channels that they're trying to watch. If you're looking for a specific show or service, you'll want to start off by searching for what devices or streaming services support this. Well, this may not be regularly used, but there are websites out there that can start you off by testing your internet speed, and this is a really good place to start. On the right, this picture over here is from fast.com, and you can use these different things to test the strength of your internet. You usually don't need a really strong internet in order to really get a lot out of your streaming device. However, obviously the stronger your internet, the better, and especially this comes into play when you have multiple devices streaming in one household. The 53 Mbps right there, that is megabits per second. The higher the number, obviously, the better. Most streaming services will list their recommended speeds on their websites. Your internet is most likely going to be much faster than this, but it doesn't hurt to check it. If you're having issues with your internet, you want to check to see how many devices are using it at once, see if there's like peak times in your household that you notice that you're having a lot of internet issues. Maybe everyone's on at the same time, right after work or right after school. If you're having really big issues with this, you'll probably have to look at how many devices are going at any given time and see if you could talk to your internet provider about upgrading your plan if you really have to go with this. While the good news is, while this can be expensive, you probably don't need a lot of bandwidth to do this. A smart TV is a TV that can connect to the internet and use apps. It's interactive. If you bought a TV recently, it most likely has some smart apps, whether you've been using them or not. If you don't have one, that's okay, because you can easily get these different features from other things, such as the Google Chromecast and other things we'll be looking at later on. Also, a lot of gaming consoles, which we'll cover a little later, also have smart TV features. So there's other ways to get around it, even if your TV is not a smart TV. So this is what most streaming devices are going to use to connect to your TV. This is an HDMI port. It's one of the most common ports you'll see. It's usually at the bottom, back, or the side of the TV. It could actually be anywhere. You have to double check your device. If you have the user manual, you really want to double check that. If you don't have one, see what inputs you have. Some of the older TVs may not have it, but there's a lot of adapters out there that will let you switch them out, and they work very well. Most local electronic stores have this. You think something like Best Buy, or you can just order it offline from, let's say, Target or Amazon or Walmart. All the streaming devices we're going to be discussing require a power source and come with their own power cables. Some of them can plug directly into your TV for their power if the TV has a USB port. You can also plug them directly into a regular wall outlet. Rule of thumb, please consult the instructions that come with the device in question for setup. We can't cover the setup for all of them here, unfortunately. 4K has amazing quality of visuals, but you should never feel like you need to have one. 4K is like this really powerful new technology that's come out that makes TV look very crisp, very vibrant, very high resolution. However, never feel like you have to upgrade to this. As of now, there's nothing that requires you to have 4K. It's a luxury feature that looks amazing, but you should never feel like any streaming device is asking you for it. Instead, you should probably only look at certain streaming devices that have 4K support if you already have a TV for that, or you're already planning to get that TV anyway. We're now going to go over a couple of streaming devices that you can purchase. The Roku devices have a range of benefits. They can allow you to stream TV, live news, sports, thousands of movies, and works with Alexa and Google Assistant. All of these are USB based, meaning they can be plugged right into your TV if you have a slot open for it. This is the Roku Express. This is the cheapest one. It comes in at $30, includes a basic remote, and connects to your TV using a HDMI cable. The Roku Express is the slightly upgraded version. It comes with a remote just like the other one. However, this has a few other upgrades to it. The major difference is that this comes with HDMI and the composite AV cables, the red, white, and yellow in the picture. And it also has a voice-controlled TV remote. So this could be a little bit more accessible for older TVs especially. Then there's the Roku streaming stick. This is a smaller, more powerful version of the Roku. It plugs directly in using the HDMI port. It has voice search, just like the other one. However, this has dual band MIMO processing, stronger than the original single band. So basically, it's a lot stronger technology in there. It's going to run a little bit faster. It's very well worth the price. And then we also have yet another upgraded one. It has just better wireless range. It's a slight upgrade, but it just basically means you have a little bit better range, and it has a headphone jack. And then finally, we have the Roku Ultra, which comes in either at $80 or $100. It's the biggest, most powerful Roku with the best remote, the most features. It may not look like the remote is necessarily different, but they are functionally different, and they have different features built into them. It has an Ethernet port, so you can have wired internet. It has 4K support. Comes with headphones, has all the features of the other one, and it comes with premium JBL headphones, a micro SD storage expansion, and Ethernet port. Like, there's a lot going on in this one, and it's easily the most expensive one. However, it has a lot of features to make up for it. Next, we go to the Fire Stick. This is made by Amazon. There's two primary models we're going to be looking at today. If you have an Amazon Prime account already for doing Prime shipping and things like that, you might want to already look into this because you're going to get a lot of functionality just off this one device. The first one we're going to be looking at is the Fire Stick. It's $30. It's classic streaming media by Amazon. Again, you get access to a whole bunch of different TV. You get access to Prime Video, especially if you already have the subscription. You just plug it right in using the HDMI port. Very simple. There's now a 4K edition that's $50 if you have the TV to support it, but this is very plug it and play. It works right out of the box. Then we have the Fire TV Cube. It's $120, very expensive, but you can get it cheaper on Amazon. Way more powerful than the normal TV stick. It can stream at 4K, streams at like the highest definition available right now. It has an Ethernet port, so you can use wired internet, built-in speaker, voice commands. This is a very nice luxury item for you to have. Has access to tons of movies, has access to a whole bunch of things, and it's super strong technology inside of it that allows it to work with more expensive TVs. So now we're going to be looking at the Chromecast. By now you're probably seeing a trend that there are different choices depending on your features of your TV. Again, when you were first looking into the choice you want to make for your TV, you want to look at how strong your TV is. Is your TV older? Does it need certain plugs? Do you have an HDMI port available? A lot of these choices aren't going to seem that much different from each other because they're going to allow you to have access to TV and movies and news and sports. However, it can come down to if there's a company that you prefer. If you already have subscriptions to certain companies, maybe you also want to get their official device. There's tiny little details that'll probably push you off the edge into getting one of them. So first we have the Chromecast sitting at $35, plugs directly in like the other devices we've seen. The biggest change with this is that it does not come with a remote. This one and the next one do not. Instead, you're going to be using a phone or a tablet. So this could be seen as a strength or a weakness depending if you really want to have a classic remote or not. Some people like the functionality of just being able to control it with your phone. Others may not like that nearly as much. Just something to keep in mind. The Chromecast Ultra is twice expensive. However, it does have faster streaming speeds. It does have better visual quality. You want to make sure that the apps that you're trying to use, though, with this are Chromecast enabled. If you have Google Home, you may be able to control your Chromecast with your voice. You can also use the Ultra in order to use Stadia, which is a new gaming platform that's offered by Google. Finally, we're going to take a look at Apple TV's offerings. Note that these are extremely expensive compared to other options, but they're still worth a look at. If you're already an Apple fan and have other Apple products, please take a look at the following two options. This has almost the same features as the 4K edition that we'll see in a bit, but once again, we're going to choose this if we're looking to support something with your pre-existing device. You want to look into this one especially if you have a lot of Apple products to begin with, because they really do connect to each other, especially if you have a iTunes account, you can play music through your iTunes through this device and all other ones. If you buy something on your computer, you can stream it on your TV. This is the most expensive device, coming in at 180 or 200. If you had a choice between one of these two, I would say just get the 200 so you have a lot more space. But you do get access to 4K titles through the iTunes Store, HDR10, Dolby Vision, Atmos support, and nearly any other app you can imagine. The 64 gigabyte, I will say, is better for gaming if you're trying to do that. However, the more space you have, you can also store plenty of movies and plenty of TV shows if that's what you're looking for. Both these models have very strong performances. So now we're going to go over the most popular streaming services. Most popular TV series have moved to streaming services rather than regular cable TV, so it can be a little difficult to navigate all the different choices out there. Today we're going to be trying to give you a helping hand with that. We have Netflix here. It is $8.99 per month for standard definition video on a single screen, $13 per month for high definition on 2 screens, and $16 per month for 4K ultra high definition video for up to 4 screens. You can get access to many original TV shows, including Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, The Crown, Dark, House of Cards, and many more. You can also, if you are in the US, you can also still subscribe to their physical disc delivery. It's not used nearly as often, however, they still have a decent demand for it. It is $7.99 a month for DVDs and $9.99 for Blu-rays. You can only keep one disc at a time. Since Netflix has been around for so long, they probably have some of the highest amount of original content and original movies out of any other service currently. Next, we have Hulu. Hulu is $5.99 per month for the classic plan, $11.99 per month for ad-free, and $45 per month for Hulu with live TV, and lastly, $51 with no ads. Hulu has access to many different TV shows, including recent episodes coming from ABC, Fox, NBC. It also comes with a lot of original programming, including The Handmaid's Tale, Castle Rock, 11/22/63, The Path, and many more. If you can put up with ads, this is actually one of the cheapest plans. It also has almost the same amount of TV series as Netflix. While I don't think it has as many original content that came from Hulu itself, it does have almost the same amount of TV series overall. As of July 2020, it does have the highest rated TV series overall as per IMDb. Amazon Prime Video. This is another one, again, if you have Prime Video already, this is something to look into. You can either get $120 per year for the entire Amazon Prime subscription, or you could just pay $9 for just the video. You get the free shipping if you went for the higher price tag one. I know you get a lot of TV shows and movies to stream from. There's a lot of really great original content on there, such as The Marvelous Miss Maisel, The Boys, Mozart the Jungle, Bosch, and The Expanse. They also give you many options to buy and rent other digital movies and TV shows without a subscription. You do have to pay for it, unfortunately, but it is still there for you to buy. And I think once you buy it, obviously you own it for good. You can also purchase a season pass for some shows, so you can get access to shows as they're coming out. Next, we have Disney Plus, one of the newer ones. It's $7 a month or $13 for Hulu and the ESPN bundle. There's plenty of family shows and movies. It's great for children or younger audiences. Since it is newer, though, there isn't a ton of unique offerings right now. Right now is The Mandalorian. We have Hamilton on there. But this will increase over time once Disney and Marvel Studios start adding to this. According to their website, Peacock is one of the newest streaming services. It is free for limited access with ads, $4.99 for all access, $9.99 for all access with almost no ads. It's one of the newest offerings, like I had said. It includes movies, news, sports, and a lot of Spanish Telemundo content. Some of the original programming right out the gate turns out to be Brave New World, Intelligence, Cleopatra in Space, and upcoming titles such as Battlestar Galactica. So this is one of the newest ones, so as of the time of recording, there's not a ton of announcements of what's going to be on here. However, it is one of the cheaper ones. Next, we have Sling TV. This is going to be one of the first ones we're looking at that doesn't really have original programming. Instead, you pay $25 or $40 for both one or two of the packages, and Sling Blue and Sling Orange each have a different collection of channels. Sling Orange is going to be better for sports and families, while Sling Blue is more for just like entertainment. Blue has more channels and allows for more devices to stream on at once. So this could be good if you're just looking for a literal replacement for cable TV. Voodoo is free to use, only pay for each rental or buy. This is just like a very interesting site that you could use in order to just get access to a buying subscription so you can get access to certain specific movies you're looking for. This does support Roku, Google, and Apple devices. Actually, almost everything we've looked at so far supports all those devices. Just some other things I wanted to throw in as we're getting to the end. We have YouTube TV. You can pay $50 a month. What you get is memberships to ABC, CBS, Fox, and so much more. And you get free cloud that comes with it. And I believe you also don't have ads. And then you also have other video game consoles. I brought them up before. While they don't have a subscription service, you can also buy and rent movies and TV from there if you already have one of these consoles. The last thing I want to bring up is there's this great website called justwatch.com. You can go to this website and try to figure out if you're looking for a very specific show that you really want to watch, you're not really sure what streaming device it belongs to, you can check this one out real quick. So for instance, you can use this website to answer questions such as, which streaming service has The Handmaid's Tale on it? That will conclude our presentation for today. Remember that these devices and streaming platforms are usually designed to be as friendly to the user as possible. So don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Just do a little bit of research, try to figure out what kind of television that you're trying to look for, or if there's a show that you're really excited for, and make your decision based off that. There's a lot to consider. However, it's not that daunting once you sit down with it for a little bit. Thank you for watching.